It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Browns and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating and... Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 20 carries, 83 yards.
After the last game, they had plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now Rudolph. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. On 3rd down, Carson, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 44, Rudolph. It's a first down and more. Fights through and now a crease. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Bullock good on the extra point. It's now a 7-0 game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how did they get a win?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Off the option, it's Sermon.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This defense for the Jets, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Lawrence's throw caught by Toney.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Open man right side is Toney.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
On the handoff, Sermon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff, Sermon.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Lawrence will throw.
Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other, 2-hand. Oh, I get it, 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year?
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Malcolm Koonce. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble. And they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And some room to roam now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
It's complete to Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Now Lawrence. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
They run. Here's Sermon.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
This is Sermon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Let's go, baby.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Sermon. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Lawrence. And complete right side to Cook. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Now Lawrence. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jackson now to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Carson. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Carson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Bobby Brown in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, Turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here comes a 1st down throw from Rudolph. This one caught by Crowder. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rudolph. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
On the option to give to Sermon here.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
And they'll run the toss here with Sermon.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here's Lawrence.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Chris Carson trotting back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, Lawrence. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. On third down, Lawrence. Got a man. It's Dyami Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, terrific in the victory, as his guys get to 10 wins and run their mark to 10-3. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Jets, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now it's Sermon.
Bust through the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Sermon.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Lawrence.
This to the outside. It's Sermon.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Cook.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Sermon.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Sermon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
De'Ami Brown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Back onto the field comes this offense, and we're going to focus now on Mason Rudolph. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field. They don't get to one thing, get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He'll check that down to Carson. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Carson.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Carson. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Rudolph looking to throw. That's caught right side by Mims. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bobby Brown racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Sermon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Here's Lawrence to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Lawrence will throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
From the 17, Rudolph. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Rudolph now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chauncey Golston in there to get him. And that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run once more with Sermon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Off the option, it's Sermon. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Sermon.
And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run again with Carson, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Rudolph. Short throw to Dissly. Oh, a second dosage.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Carson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rudolph. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here we go. Here we go. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. They run it with Carson, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Rudolph.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rudolph. They'll run the screen with Carson. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. On the delay, here's Carson. Fights loose. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now Rudolph. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing here, Rudolph. On the catch, it's Crowder. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10.
And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.